Good morning, students. I hope you all are well and doing your assignments properly. Today, we will learn the second chapter of our SST, that is the imaginary lines, latitudes, and longitudes. So, there are some imaginary lines drawn on the globe, and we also know that globe is a small model of the earth. So, there are some imaginary lines drawn horizontally and vertically on the globe. We will learn about those lines, what are they, and how they are helpful. We are aware that globe is a small model of the earth. The shape of the earth is like an orange. It is a sphere which is slightly flattened at top and at the bottom. When we look at a globe, we see a number of countries and important places marked on it. Now, if you are asked to locate a particular place, say Mumbai, how will you do it? It is not easy to look for a place in a globe. Also, if the place is very small, it may not be marked on the globe at all. So, what can we do to find it? In this chapter, we will learn about certain lines which are drawn on the maps or globes to locate a place on the surface of the earth or give directions to people. So, we know that earth is like an orange and it is flattened at the top and the bottom. So there are some lines drawn on it to locate a particular place, or to know any country, to locate any country on it. We will learn about them. Use of an atlas: you can take out your atlases and flip through their pages. Towards the end you will come across a section called the index. An index shows you the names of places marked on the different maps of the atlas. The names are listed in the alphabetical order with certain numbers written alongside. These numbers indicate the location of a particular place and have north, south, or east, west written next to them. So when we will open the atlas, on the index there will be some names written, some countries name is written, and the names will be written in the alphabetical order with numbers. Some numbers must be written in front of them, and some along with the number there will be N, S, or E, W written with the numbers. Now, how can we locate the places? Locating places. When we look at the globe, we see a number of lines on it. These lines are imaginary lines which do not actually exist on the surface of the earth. So, as I told you, there are some imaginary lines drawn on the globe, but they are not actually drawn on the earth. We draw such lines on the globe to make it easier to locate a place. So, these lines are drawn to locate a place. They are of two kinds, latitudes and longitudes. So what are the two kinds? Latitudes and longitude. We already know that the axis of the earth is an imaginary uh, line passing through its center. So we know that there is an imaginary line passing through the center of the earth. The earth constantly rotates on its axis. The two ends of the axis of the earth are called the poles. The point in the north is the north pole and the point in the south is the south pole. So the point that is located in the north side, that is the north pole, and the point that is located in the south, that is called the south pole. So we will learn more about them now. Did you know the first person to reach the North Pole was Robert Edwin Peary of the United States of America? So, the first person to reach the North Pole was Edwin Peary, and he was a citizen. He was a person from United States of America. He reached the North Pole on 6th April 1909. So when he reached, the date was 6th April 1909. So we will learn about latitudes now. The equator is an imaginary line drawn halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole. The equator is the most important latitude and is also called the green circle. So we can see in the image there is a line that is darker than the other lines. This dark line is called the, this one line is called the equator, and it is situated in the, it is drawn actually in the center of the earth, on the globe. So it is divides earth into two parts. into two halves or hemispheres called the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So we have named the two halves as the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The part of the earth from the equator to the north pole is called the northern hemisphere, and the part of the earth surface from the equator to the south pole is called the southern hemisphere. So the part that is from equator to north pole, that is the northern hemisphere, and the part that is from south pole to equator, that is the this one part is the south pole, this one part is the north pole, northern hemisphere, sorry. So the imaginary lines in each hemisphere drawn parallel to the equator are called the parallel of latitude. So these lines, lines are drawn equal to the uh, equator. So these are called the parallel of latitudes. Since the earth is round, these lines are circular, um, run in an east to west direction. So they run from east to west direction, east to west direction they move, run. Since the earth, okay, these lines are measured from the equator, which is the 0 degree latitude. So earth is located on the 0 degree latitude. These lines are marked from 0 degree to 90 degree, followed by N or S. The N or S tells us whether the line is in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere. So these lines are having 0 degree to 90 degree, and N is written along, N or S is written along with them. So they tell whether these lines are written, the number that is being told, that is in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere. Besides the equator, there are four other important latitudes: Tropic of Cancer, that is at 23.5 degree north; Tropic of Capricorn, that is 23 half degree south; Arctic Circle 66.5 degree north; Antarctic Circle 66.5 degree south. Important properties of latitude: the latitudes are parallel to each other and can therefore never meet. So they are parallel to each other, they can never meet each other. The lines of latitude run in an east to west direction, so they run from east to west. The equator is the longest, so equator is the longest latitude. As we move to the north or the south of it, the parallel of latitude go on decreasing in length and finally reduce to a dot at the poles. So when we move towards now north or south, these parallels of latitude go on decreasing, and finally at north pole or at the south pole, they become a single dot. I hope you enjoy it. If you still have any difficulty, please do ask me. Have a wonderful day.